So, um, okay, so it's 12, so we will go ahead and kick this off. I had meant to schedule this for 12, but accidentally, when I was overseas, I scheduled it for like 7 a.m. this morning, which was just not possible with getting my little son off to school today. So, for those of you who are joining us for the first time, my name is Jessie Easton, and this is Write the Hard Thing. This is just our weekly invitation to ground and to write together and to write from a place of safety, to bring our breath and our body into it, to see what it has to say. So, generally, how it goes is that we ground and then we write and then we ground. So we have this kind of grounding, the short breath practice, kind of bookending the writing to help us just bring in safety to the body in case anything kind of heavy or tender or raw comes up. So, it's write the hard thing. You don't have to write the hardest thing or the scariest thing. Just see what your body has for you, what your memory has for you, what your subconscious has for you, right? So, I will give us a prompt, which you are free to use or ignore. I think prompts can be really gentle entryways into stories that we have buried and also allow us to come to to a blank page without so much pressure. And then we write for 10 minutes, and that 10 minutes, it goes by really quickly, usually. And it's kind of meant to. The time constraint is to help us get to the center of what we want to say without coming and getting too much into our analytical mind and over explaining ourselves in the process. So I will take you through a grounding. I'll give the prompt and then I'll take you through a grounding that kind of settles your body into the prompt itself and allowing what needs to come up to come up. And then we'll write for the 10 minutes and then we'll come back together and we will title our work. And the reason why I like to take a second and just title what we have, even if it's just a few sentences, I think that telling ourselves that even 10 minutes of writing is worthy of a title, that it matters. I think it's important. And I also think titling helps us get to see like what came up, like what is the heart there. So that if we do want to return to it, we kind of have that like real center point. And then I do encourage you to drop the title in the chat. It's a nice way to be visible and be seen without telling your whole story and create some resonance. There's no pressure, but I always love to see your titles. And then after we title, I'll take us through another grounding just to kind of release the story from our like present self so that we can go back into our day with ease. And so that's pretty much the gist of the flow. So today's prompt is okay, describe a photo from your life that feels important. What's missing from the frame? So originally I had describe a photo from childhood that feels important. So if what's coming up for you is from childhood, go with that because a lot of times the earliest memories will then unravel the others, which is why I often start with childhood stuff, childhood memory, but you don't have to start there. If a photo that comes to you is from, last week, go with it. It just needs to feel important to you. This prompt was really inspired by my memoir chapter that went out today. So for those of you who don't know, I serialize my memoir here on Substack. Every week I send out a chapter to my paid subscribers, and we're about halfway through, but all the other chapters exist in my Substack. So they're all there to read whenever you want or to get caught up. But today's chapter there was a photo of my mom in jail, and it was after like a 7-year stint of sobriety. Ugh. And so I was really like in my early 20s, and it was really brutal. It was one of the worst times in my life. But the photo is of her holding the holding a phone because I'm like speaking to her behind there's bulletproof glass between us. And she's has the phone and she's like smiling. And so what I started thinking about was multiple things. Like one, where am I in this picture and what am I experiencing? What do I look like? What's my expression and my like feelings? What am I holding? What am I carrying? That kind of thing. And then so that's like the physical, visible aspect. And then the other aspect is mentally or like the behind the scenes or the subconscious, like what's missing from the frame in the sense of, yeah, my mom is smiling, but what is the truth behind that smile and just behind how we present in a space like that? So, anyways, that's the inspiration. You can do with it what you would like. Again, the prompt is describe a photo from your life that feels important. What's missing from the frame? So, and when you're writing, try not to edit or fix. Just let it come out, stream of consciousness. Try to stay in the body. And if you do find yourself over explaining or coming up here, like as writers, we live up here a lot, try to just take a breath and go back into the body and write from that place. So, we're going to begin by finding some stillness. And so, just wherever you are, just like take a moment to arrive. Notice the surface beneath you, the ground holding you. And if it feels good for you, I invite you to close your eyes and take a slow breath in through your nose and exhale out your mouth, dropping your shoulders. Take another breath in and imagine the breath moving through your body like light. And exhale, letting that light create space. Now let your breath be steady. Just allow it to come and go as it pleases. And bring your mind to the photograph, letting the image come into focus. Don't force it. Just notice what appears first. The faces, the colors, the light, the edges. And keep breathing. Feel the energy of that moment settle into your body. Where are you in this photo? Or are you even in it? Or are you outside the frame? What do you notice in your expression, your posture, your hands? Take a breath in, letting your body remember, and exhale, allowing whatever emotion lives there to open. Take one last deep breath in and exhale. When you're ready, open your eyes. Okay, so we're going to move into the writing now. And again, the prompt is describe a photo from your life that feels important. What's missing from the frame? I am going to go ahead and turn my screen around so that you can see the timer, and I will pop in when you have about 1 minute left. Hopefully, you can see that okay. Here we go. Okay, you have about 1 minute left. Start finalizing the thread. Okay. Ugh, goes by so quickly. I didn't even finish my last sentence. It's always hard when the last sentence ends on like you're saying something and it's like is, and I'm like, is what? I don't know. Guess we'll have to come back to it. Anyways, so let's take a moment to title our piece if that feels good for you. And I would love to see you drop it in the chat. Mine, I think I'm titling it Unsatiable. Um, that feels good. You don't have to overthink the title. It's just like a nice little nod to tell your writing that like it's important. And again, there's no pressure to share your titles, but I do love to see them. I feel really, as we are thinking of titles, I just want to say that I just feel really grateful to be here. I missed like a couple weeks the last few weeks because I was traveling overseas and it was really tricky with like time zone changes and stuff. And I really felt the void of not having this space. And I know it's only like 10, 20 minutes, but just getting in community together to breathe and to write and to just see what's there, I think is so powerful and just vital, I think, for my practice. It's so easy not to touch our hard stories. So making kind of a commitment to it is important. Um, and it's also about like building that safety in the body. So every time you come to the page and you do this and you touch the edges of your hard story and go into your truth and allow your truth to come to the page and give it some shape. It teaches, it's like rewriting that history and teaching our body that it's okay to go there and we don't have to keep everything buried. So I'm going to close with just a short grounding. Um, so, again, if it feels good, I encourage you to close your eyes, just sinking back into space, into the present. You've just moved through memory and through body and through story. So, just give yourself a breath of arrival. So, inhale slowly through your nose and exhale through your mouth. Notice the space around you, the air in the room, sounds nearby. Inhale, letting yourself return to where you are now. And exhale, feeling your body settle. And you can gently bring some movement back into your body. So you can roll your shoulders or like circle your wrists, just stretch out your spine. Let's bring some movement back in. Let your body remember that it's safe. And we'll take one last deep breath in together. Hold for a moment at the top and exhale, releasing fully just what doesn't need to leave with you today. When you're ready, you can open your eyes. Okay, thank you. I hope to see you again next week. I can't remember when the next one is. I usually drop it in like the subscriber chat. Um and I think you get an email when I schedule it. But at the week, every week there's a different prompt, but the rhythm is the same. So we ground and then we write and then we ground together. Um, and yeah, it's meant to be a repeatable practice that we can kind of just pop in and see what's there. So I really love seeing you take this time out of your day and your week to to do this, to touch your heart stories and to be in your body. It really is such a powerful ritual. So yeah, thank you for being here. Have a lovely, lovely week and weekend.